Hello everybody, sorry about the technical difficulties. We hope that you have found a way to join in with the new link, and feel free to share it around if you are currently here. Nathan, the speaker.
Hello everybody, sorry about the technical difficulties. We hope that you have found a way to join in
with the new link,
and feel free to share it around.
Well, you know what? The first night was flawless. We had absolutely zero technical issues, so it's not surprising that we were here early, set up and ready to go, and all the technical issues happened tonight. So we apologize for that. We hope that it hasn't been too distracting, and that maybe it's allowed you some time to go grab a drink and go to the bathroom. In the meantime, I did do a lovely speech earlier, which our lovely live audience got to hear, so they're going to get to hear it again for the second time. I'm just going to check in with Nathan before I start my speech. How's it going, Nathan? Looks like the new live stream is good. And Joyce, how's our attendance on the new live stream? Look like.
Unfortunately, on YouTube, it's not allowing me to post the link in the live stream, so I'm sending people the message, but it's a little.
Okay, so it looks like we're having difficulty posting the new link in the live stream. So we are going to post it on our Free Flow Dance Theater Company page and also on our Instagram. Hopefully people will find it. In the meantime, I'm going to give you my lovely speech, round 2. Under regular circumstances, we would be inviting you to attend one of our planned in-person celebrations for our 25th anniversary as a professional Canadian contemporary dance company based in Saskatoon. We'd be telling you all about the amazing guest artists we have worked hard to develop relationships with over the past 25 years that we have arranged to come here to Saskatoon to help us celebrate our landmark year. We'd be excited to announce many public appearances in conjunction and partnership with major institutions like the Saskatoon Symphony Orchestra, the Regamey Gallery, and the Saskatoon Public Library. All of these things have been put on hold. The party has been postponed, but it's not cancelled. We would like to recognize the hard work and dedication of our staff and dancers that has been shelved, and at the same time, we also recognize the optimism, energy, and patience of our performers for learning this choreography through remote rehearsal via Zoom and coming together very briefly to finalize the work that they will share with you this evening. It is truly a remarkable thing for a contemporary dance company to survive and thrive for 25 years in Canada. And it is even tougher now. During this time, we're working to constantly adapt and learn new skills while our art form stands at the precipice we have never encountered before. The face of the performing arts field has changed in the blink of an eye and will continue to do so with repercussions for perhaps years to come. We as a company are working to find ways to continue to hone our crafts and maintain our artistic practice amidst an environment that is less than encouraging, to overcome unusual elements such as physical distancing and closures and limitations on rehearsal and venue spaces. We as artists feel that this is a time to learn about our humanity and creative processes. Even as we mourn the loss of work that has been unable to come to fruition due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, we celebrate the new versions of dissemination that we have discovered. When they work, which is happening hopefully right now. It is a time to weather storms we did not see coming. It's a time to reach out to our communities for support and encouragement and to hope that the joy we have brought them over the past 25 years is remembered. And so, we shall dance. We shall work to invent new ways of engaging with our artists, audience, sponsors, and supporters. We shall endeavor to create current and relevant commentary on the state of the world and the state of the arts through generating new work and finding innovative ways to disseminate it. We shall be open to transitioning through new methods and creative thinking processes. We shall continue to be a voice for dance artists in Canada and strive to bring their creations forward. And so, we shall dance. Thank you for coming tonight, everyone. Let's have a big round of virtual applause for the dancers' performance. We apologize for any technical issues. There was a problem with our live stream not starting for some reason tonight. Fortunately, we were able to use the live stream that we had planned for tomorrow, so I'll have to set up a new one for those folks tomorrow, but we're glad that we were still able to share the program with you. I'd like to start by just make a couple of thank yous that are very important, of course. Thank you to our lovely hosts, Ross and Lorraine, for the beautiful space to perform in. And also to our sponsors, our funders. We have Saskatchewan Arts Board, and also AODBT Architecture and Interior Design. To thank these folks have been supporting us, and we would like to acknowledge that. I would also like to invite the dancers to come on over and hang out for a few minutes with us. I want to say thank you to Nathan, who is running all of our technical stuff behind the scenes, and also to our board member Joyce, who is here tonight, who's going to be checking the stream feed to see if there are any questions that you might have for us. Also, we have a little bit of a live audience here tonight that we would love to thank for being here. It's so lovely to have people to perform for, so thank you very much for being here. Yeah. All right, so Joyce, do you have anything happening in the live stream feed that you would like to share?
So there's a few congratulations, and Mark Turner says bratty, and Julie Hansen says gorgeous, clap, 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 and Carla says cool, I like it. And Mark was saying that he thought the wind was a brilliant, dramatic visual partner.
Thank you. We planned that, Mark. No, we didn't, but we've been performing in a lot of different environmental situations. Everything from a lot of wind to full sun. And the piece just looks gorgeous outside, so I think I agree. I was watching and I was just really enjoying the wind and the way it was moving the fabric. We don't get to see that inside in a theater, so one of the added bonuses of doing an outdoor show.
Miki says, beautiful, moving, well done.
Well, thank you, Miki. Thank you very much. We're glad you could make it. And if anybody has any questions about the work or questions for any of our dance artists, please feel free to put them in the chat, or if we have any live questions, anybody here, not to put you on the spot, but
I guess one of the things that came up last night that I thought was a really good question that you might want to speak to tonight too is about the music. So, where's the music from? Why did you choose it?
Sure, yeah, the music is by Lisa Gerard, and it's from her solo artist work. She was also a performer with Dead Can Dance a number of years ago. It's beautiful, haunting music, and I personally wanted to work with that music for a long time, and finally found the perfect piece, I feel, to go with that. That said, if you're a musician, we do actually love to work with original compositions, and we love to work with composers and musicians, so if you'd like to contact us, we'd be happy to hear from you and to listen to your work. Yep.
Wonderful. Julie Hansen asks, love to know more about the inspiration and the costumes.
Sure. Well, the inspiration was it's inspired by plants, specifically pole beans. For people who are here live or people who have gardens, go out in your garden and take a look at your pole beans, how they move in the wind, how they grow, and how they spiral around the poles as they get bigger. They send off tendrils and they have leaves unfolding. So the movement vocabulary was really developed with inspiration of pole beans, and then kind of fused with like an otherworldly or alien type entity. So we're not sure if they're plants, we're not sure if they're animals, we're definitely sure that they're magical, and they're definitely not from planet Earth. So maybe Kyle could talk a little bit about, and the dancers could talk a little bit about what it's like working with the costumes.
I would start. Well, we could give kudos to Linda, right?
Yeah, Linda from North Battleford.
Yeah, Linda. Last name is the second.
Kirkham.
There we go, Kirkham. They're lovely costumes to work with, actually. It's fun, the sense of, and maybe you can feel that from watching too, the sense of sustaining, how the costume sustains you in that skirt, that it gives you more balance and counterbalance than you would normally have, and so that's a fun sensation to put in your body.
Rachel, what do you think of the trampolines? How's it working with the trampolines?
It's a lot of fun, because we are, like, my first time putting on the costume was like at my own place, because we all were rehearsing in our own houses. So then I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm playing around in my apartment, bouncing around inside this costume, and my boyfriend was like, what the hell are you doing? But it's so fun because you can like stretch it, and it's not as like, you can kind of see a little bit like through it, and it's kind of the tricky little spots that you can kind of see each other through it. It's kind of fun to play with that, and then kind of play with each other with our costume.
Mitchell, you have anything to say?
Yeah, it's interesting how it's like the costume kind of is like an extension of yourself, and it feels like you can use it to like elongate the expression kind of in a sense. I think it also adds some interesting challenges in that like when we're standing on these like mini trampolines with like these costumes over our head, normally like I think you use a lot of like your eyes to try to balance, but then you have this added bonus. You don't have eyes, you're taller than usual, and then you have this like unstable base, so it's like, okay, really paying attention right now.
Something to be said about the dancer's core strength for staying balanced on trampolines for approximately 20 minutes.
Have you ever fallen off?
Yes I have.
There's been a few episodes of falling off the trampolines in rehearsal, for sure.
Miki asks, how long did it take to prepare this show?
This show was interesting. We did most of our rehearsals online on Zoom. I think we had four or five, 2.5, 3-hour rehearsals, and we set all of the choreography during that Zoom, those 4 or 5 Zooms, and then we got together at least 4 or 5 times outside in yards to do practices as well. So yeah, congratulations to the dancers for learning the choreography online. That was a new challenge. It was a first for me in my 25-year career as a choreographer. But it was surprising how efficient we could be on the online rehearsals. Yeah, when we got together for the first time, it was magical. It was great.
Newton says, it was a beautiful performance, and thanks for your, and happy 25th anniversary, Free Flow Dance.
Oh, thank you, Newton. I'm so glad that you tuned in. Newton is one of our, was supposed to be here this weekend. He's one of our guest choreographers from Toronto, and he runs Newton Mraz Dance Company, and he actually has set a beautiful new piece with Kyle and Rachel that we are hopeful that we are going to be premiering in 2021 when we can start doing shows within a theatrical setting, and also working once social distancing is not as big of an issue. But yes, we're so happy that Newton is able to tune in. It's really great to have you here.
Yay, Newton! What year was this work originally created? Do you want to speak a bit about its evolution?
Sure. This work, I believe, was created in 2014. It was part of the Back Alley Antics series that we do every year, which is a site-specific traveling show outside in the back alleyways. And it went through several incarnations. It became this longer work. It started out as a shorter work. It's been performed all over the place in various unusual places. The second time we remounted it, Kyle was also one of the performers in it. It's actually been one of our most... That was at the Refinery Theater. And
did we do it for Nuit Blanche?
We did. We performed
beside the BMXers?
Yeah, we performed the Nuit Blanche one year. We performed for the Canadian Tourism Conference when they came to Saskatoon, and we led the group from the Besborough Hotel into the back alleyways of Saskatoon, where they experienced some art, including our piece. And it's been performed in so many places that I can barely actually keep track. So it's one of our most popular pieces. We're glad to be able to bring it back again this season. Our original plan was to recreate the piece with 7 dancers, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we had to cut our budget, so we just stayed with the original 3. However, we would love to see this as a larger scale work with many, many dancers. So if you're a dancer out there and you'd like to get involved, drop me a note. And if you're a sponsor out there and you'd like to buy us some trampolines, let us know. Yeah.
30th anniversary goal.
That's right.
Julie Hansen asks for dancer intros, which I guess we didn't get to dancer intros. So a bit about you guys. We need like a fun fact or something too.
Let's start over here.
Sure. My name is Mitchell Larsen, and my official training is actually in theater arts. So that incorporated dance, but also music and drama as well. So that's a fun fact.
Mitchell is a triple threat. He's definitely a triple threat.
They're not too threatening.
I'm Rachel, and I cannot sing. I can just dance. But I've been dancing since I was 4, and then took all the tap jazz ballet, took everything else, and then I've been with Free Flow for a couple years now, and it's been great. And yeah, I don't really have a fun fact. My fun fact is that I can't sing.
Rachel actually has a fun fact. She works for a contracting company. She's a hammer and tools girl. And that's super handy to have around the dance studio when you need something fixed. So don't be so modest. She's a girl of many talents.
Yeah, we should tell fun facts about each other.
yeah.
If you don't tell a fun fact, I'll make one up.
Your turn will come,
Oh
Jackie.
no, my turn's coming.
I'm Kyle Syverson, and generally I am a movement fanatic, not because I like it, but because I get stiff. I mean, of course, obviously I love dancing. It's kind of just part of the being. I work as an EA also, and so I try to like be sort of subtle in the back of the room, kind of like reaching up, like because schools are not really, classrooms sometimes they're not the most movement. If there's any teachers out there, keep up the body breaks.
Start integrating more body breaks.
Yeah, because it must be hard for you guys.
Even distance, body breaks.
Yes,
of course. Yeah,
for sure.
Do you have a fun fact, Kyle?
That was it.
That was your fun fact?
That was all my fun
I'm also
facts.
going to say that
I
Kyle
have a tick.
also
It's
speaks.
called kicking your leg out the side.
Yeah, Kyle also speaks multiple languages. So if you wanna post your question in French or Spanish,
You'd like to send me your child to tutor?
yes, she also does tutoring, and probably some online tutoring as well. So
Portuguese a crack here. Newton, got any questions? Portuguese?
So yeah, it's nice to have people who speak multiple languages in the company, and it allows us to reach more people. We feel like dance is a universal language. You don't need to speak English or understand English or any specific language to be able to watch and enjoy dance, which is one of the things we strive to do, is make dance an accessible art form to everyone.
Yeah. That's it for, aside from, congratulations and so well done. Thank you, Jackie, so much for all you've done. And any questions from the audience here? Or comments?
We've got a shy live audience. We'll talk to them later.
Yes.
Again, we apologize for the confusion regarding the live stream tonight. Technology is technology, and it's wonderful when it works. And when it doesn't, it can be a little stressful, but we're glad that so many of you made it to the live stream and got the new link and came back and were patient with us. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful weekend.